Hello students, welcome to Science Innovators. Now we are going to revise science lessons for Essay 2 examination. Look at the first lesson, food components. So here we have to learn the importance of food in this lesson and the food items and what are the different food components present in the food eaten by us. So you should learn that food components are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, roughageous dietary fibers, water, vitamins and minerals and their importance. And also learn about the identification tests, that is confirmation tests of presence of food components, that is test for starch. So iodine solution is used for testing the presence of starch or carbohydrates. Next is test for proteins. We use sodium hydroxide and copper sulfate for testing the proteins in the food. And next test for fats. So the given food item is rubbed on a paper. If the paper becomes translucent or oily, then fats are present in the food. And vitamins and minerals are called as micronutrients. Even though we consume them in very small quantity, they are very important for our life, for our healthy life. Next, experiments of this and also importance of roughages and water. So roughages are the dietary fibers where they are also a type of carbohydrates and they help in the easy movement of the bowel. That is, they prevent constipation. And water, it helps in digestion of the food. So we have to drink plenty of water. And also importance of balanced diet. So equal proportion of all the food components in a food makes up a balanced diet. Next, avoid eating junk foods. Already you have studied in class 6 about the junk foods. They doesn't give us energy. So we have to eat only healthy food items and also avoid junk food. In the second lesson, acids and bases. So firstly, the food has different tastes: sour, sweet, bitter, salty, spicy, hot. That is, and next, change in the color of substances. We use finding out acids and bases with the help of indicators. So indicators help in finding out whether the substance is acidic or basic in nature or neutral. Natural indicators and chemical indicators. Natural indicators are petals of hibiscus flower, rose flower, mango leaves, beetroot, and chemical indicators methyl orange, phenolphthalein, blue litmus, red litmus papers, turmeric. So all comes under indicators. Next, study about acid rains. So the rains with nitric acid, sulfuric acid and carbonic acid in combination makes up the acid rain. This occurs due to polluted water. Next, manures and salts. So neutralization also you have to prepare from this lesson. Next, third lesson is silk wool. Here you study about the story of silk. You also learn life cycle of silkworm. So silkworm, the scientific name of silkworm, it is Bombyx mori. It is a scientific name of silkworm. Silkworm always eats mulberry leaves. So 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa and adult. And also learn the topic stifling process. Stifling is boiling the larva, that is cocoon stage, and killing the larva inside the cocoon so that the silk thread which it has secreted, the silkworm, will not be broken into pieces when it becomes adult from the larval stage. So hence the larval stage has been killed inside the cocoon by the process of stifling. Next, flowchart of Woolen fabric. Sequential steps or process involved in obtaining wool to produce fabric. So this you have to learn from this lesson. Next lesson is motion and time. So here definitions you learn: motion, rest; uniform motion, non-uniform motion. If a object or any body changing its position with time with respect to its surroundings, it is called as motion. If a object or body is not changing its position with the time with surroundings, it is at rest. Equal distance in equal time interval, if an object is moving, it is called as uniform motion. If equal time, unequal distance, or equal distance, unequal time, then it is non-uniform motion. Here you also learn the definitions and examples for types of motion. Translatory motion, where the object is moving in a straight line and also in curved line. Straight line, rectilinear motion; in curves, curvilinear motion together makes up the translatory motion. Next is the rotatory motion, where all the particles moving in a circular path. Next, oscillatory motion, where an object moves to and fro, side to side or top to bottom, then it is a oscillatory motion. You have to identify types of motion. If the examples they have given, classify them into different types of motion. Next is slow and fast motion. Time, units of time: seconds, SI units; speed, meters per second, units of speed. Next, from the fifth lesson, heat measurement. Heat is a form of energy, where conversion of energy into different forms. Learn the diagrams of thermometers: laboratory thermometer, clinical thermometer, and 6S maximum minimum thermometer, and also learn the properties of mercury and alcohol. In the lesson weather and climate, weather measuring components, the aspects which they will be reported in the weather report, like sunrise, sunset timings, sky, appearance of the sky, clouds, rainfall, and how is the humidity of the day. So all this covers under the weather aspects. Next, measuring rainfall, rain gauge, direction of the wind by anemometer, humidity and climate, and the lifestyle. You are going to prepare this from the sixth lesson. In seventh lesson, electric current and its effect, you are going to learn the diagram, cell and its parts, also battery and electric symbol, different electric symbols like switch, series and parallel connections and their uses. Circuit diagram also you learn. Heating effects of electric current, tube lights and CFLs. What are the differences? Electric fuses, it is a safety device. Miniature circuit breaker, and how we are going to calculate the electricity bill in our home. Next, in 8th lesson, air, winds and cyclones. Air exerts pressure, activity. It can be asked as a question. Air expands on heating, activity. This can also be asked as a question. Due to uneven heating of earth, there occurs cyclones formation, do's and don'ts, destruction by cyclones also you prepare. Next, reflection of light. In this, you are going to study about the laws of reflection, periscope, kaleidoscope, images in a mirror, lateral inversion. The right will be observed as left and left as right. It is called as lateral inversion. By using kaleidoscope, you can see multiple images. Spherical mirrors, convex and concave mirrors. In convex mirror, small object will be observed as a bigger object will be observed as a small, and in concave mirrors the small will be observed as a large, enlarged. Here it is converged, it is diverged. And types of images. Next, in 10th lesson, nutrition in plants. Plant nutrients. Autotrophs plants always prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis by taking carbon dioxide in the presence of light, sunlight, and chlorophyll pigment, green color pigment which is present in the leaves. So produces starch and water. Water absorption in plants. Exchange of air through stomata. The necessity of light and parasitic plants like root parasite, cuscuta. Saprophytes, the plants which depend on dead and decaying organisms. Insectivorous plants examples. These plants eat insects as they grow in the nitrogen deficient soils. So hence to fulfill the need of nitrogen, they eat insects. So examples for insectivorous plants: Drosera, Nepenthes, Venus flytrap, okay, Utricularia. You prepare this. Next, respiration. Respiration in organisms. Breathing. So taking in oxygen is inspiration or inhalation, leaving out carbon dioxide, expiration or exhalation. So when we exercise, how is the breathing process and respiration rate? Difference between inhaled and exhaled air. Discovery of carbon dioxide and oxygen. Breathing in other animals, like in fishes through gills they breathe. In frog, when it is in the larval form, tadpole stage, it breathes through gills. When it is on the land, it breathes through lungs. When it is under the ground, it breathes through its skin. Hence, the frog skin is moist. In earthworm also, skin. And in cockroach, trachea and spiracles. So, these are the different respiratory organs in other animals. Next, reproduction in plants. Here, you learn the diagram of a flower. So, in a flower, 4 whorls or 4 parts: calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. Androecium is the male part of the flower. Gynoecium is the female part of the flower. So, if 4 whorls are present, then it is called as a complete flower. If any one of the whorl is absent, it is called incomplete flower. Next, unisexual flower, bisexual flower. If only one male part is present or female part is present, then it is unisexual. If both male and female are present in the same flower, it is called as bisexual flower. So ovary develops into fruit. Pollination, self-pollination and cross-spread, that is transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma is called as pollination. So agents are air, water, insects, birds, animals, human beings are the agents of pollination. And under asexual reproduction, vegetative reproduction, budding, spore formation, you are going to learn. Next, seed dispersal. So why is the seed dispersed from one place to another place to grow new plants? So here also agents of seed dispersal are air, water, birds, animals and human beings. Necessity for large number of seeds production. So all the seeds will not develop into plant. Hence the seeds are produced in large numbers. And the next topic is water, too little to waste. So in class 6th also we have studied about water. So different sources of water on earth. So the water which is available on earth, 97% of the water is salt water which is present in seas, oceans. 2% it is in the form of glaciers, and only 1% of water is available as fresh water which we can use. So here in this topic we have studied about different wastewater techniques or methods, wastewater treatment plant, physically, chemically and biologically, and the diseases caused by untreated water if we use them, and other ways of disposing sewage. Sewage is the solid waste, liquid waste. Sludge is the solid waste. And also here types of different drainage systems, open and closed drainage system, and next how we are going to conserve water. So like this different questions will be asked. Next is soil, our life. Here we study about the uses of soil and how soil helps as a habitat for different living organisms. So soil life chart, soil good habitat, and types of soil, moisture content and percolation rate, horizons of soil, soils in villages, and the soils, what are the different crops grown in it, soil conservation. So we should avoid using chemical fertilizers, pesticides, so to preserve the soil. So it increases the fertility of the soil. We use natural manure, so it increases the soil fertility. Soil erosion topic can also be asked. Small, very short answer question it can be asked. Next, in forest, our life, forest and the products obtained from the forest and the importance of the forest products, diversity in forest and other regions, and why the forests are called as lungs of our earth. So forests provide us plenty of oxygen and they take harmful gases and carbon dioxide from the environment. And different tribes living in the forest, Chenchus, Koyas, and their lifestyle and how they are conserving the forest. Steps towards conservation of forest. Last is the changes around us. Here we study about different changes. We have studied physical and chemical change, temporary and permanent changes, rusting of iron, how the iron gets rust. When it is exposed to air and water, it forms iron oxide, that is rusting. Next is galvanization, corrosion. To avoid corrosion, we use the technique of galvanization, that is depositing of zinc on the metals. Next is crystallization and identifying physical and chemical changes around us. So these are the topics you are going to study for Essay 2 exam, children. So prepare well. All the best. Thank you for watching.